Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Guys, this is your mid-month check-in, so mid to end of July 2020 reading. Let's see what's going on with my lovely Capricorn viewers for the rest of July 2020. This is a general reading, so of course it may not resonate with all of my beautiful Capricorns out there. If it doesn't, that's okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You can check out your other placements as well, but if you do enjoy the reading, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Let's see what's going on with my Cappies. I'm going to pull some cards for your current energy, Capricorn, energy of the person, people, situations surrounding you or that you may be dealing with, and the overall outcome of those situations for the rest of the month. Let's see what we've got here for my Cappies. Interesting. A couple more cards here, and then we'll also get some clarifying cards as well. I see that you've really rebounded very well, Cappies. I feel like a past situation is finally behind you, and this may be something that is not even recent. It could be a past traumatic experience, some sort of loss, a breakup, some sort of betrayal, something like that. I feel like you're finally well and truly past that. Something has changed. Something has changed emotionally. You're back on track, so I'm very pleased to see that. And we've got some interesting energy around you, and like I said, I will pull some more clarifying cards in a moment. Yeah, I think there's some energy around you of someone being quite attracted, and someone bringing quite a lot of playful, fun energy. And maybe it's someone who, you know, you weren't really sure about their intentions at first or something like that, but I feel like it has actually helped you move on from the thing that was really quite a tough situation. Because we're leading into this with the Ten of Swords here. So Ten of Swords, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Either way, this is a situation, this is really your energy, I feel like, leading into this. But we've got some positive cards coming up after it. So like I said before, Cappies, I feel like you are well and truly over this. But certainly there was something that I'm sensing took a while. It took a while to really get over and move on from. I feel like it's something that's always going to be a part of you. It's not something that you're going to forget. Ten of Swords, like an ultimate, like, hitting rock bottom, but it's not a scary card because there's always that ray of hope. Like, the clouds are parting, the sun is coming out again, and after every, you know, rock bottom type situation, really there's only you know, a way up from there. Things can only get better, not worse. Once everything gets this bad, this Ten of Swords type of bad, it can only get worse. So this was a situation which really left you feeling totally and utterly spent, done, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted. Some of you may have gone through some sort of health issue as well. I feel like the health issue was maybe tied to some emotional thing too. Like, maybe some of you went through an emotional problem and didn't realize how that was affecting your health, and it actually manifested in a physical way. Some of you may need to have had some kind of procedure or surgery maybe as well. Anyway, I feel like you are well and truly in recovery from this. So whatever this was, it definitely had a big impact. You know, your heart, your emotions, your mind, you were affected by this, and it's not something you're going to forget, but you've turned a corner and you have been slowly working towards getting over this. But I feel like now, in the month of July, maybe June, July, so leading up to this month as well, you've really turned a corner on that situation. Eight of Pentacles, you're back to yourself, Cappies. You've thrown yourself into work but you're doing it with a sense of purpose now. You've got like a renewed purpose, a renewed vision. You're working very hard towards something. Like I said, I'm going to pull some more clarifying cards for all of this in a moment, but I feel like Cappies, you guys really, you threw yourself into work in order to try and get past this, which is something that Capricorns are good at doing. You're good at sort of moving on from things by really focusing on yourself, focusing on your career, focusing on your money making. That really helps you get past, stressful or, bad situations in your life. But I feel like up until this point, you were just going through the motions. You were really just throwing yourself into work, but kind of it wasn't actually helping you heal. Whereas now you've got a renewed sense of passion about something. So this could be something financial that's actually finally paying off or finally starting to show results. You could be getting somewhere in your career. You could be making and saving a little bit more money. Or there's just something that you're finally feeling passionate about again. But you're also very focused on something, and there could also be someone new in your life, a new romantic connection, some kind of new partnership. You're very focused on it now, and it's more of what you want rather than, what you felt was lacking in the past. So that's really, really good to see. What's interesting now is this Seven of Cups. I'm getting a funny feeling from this because I feel as though you've worked really hard towards something. You're actually seeing results come in a situation, but all of a sudden, now that you have what you want or you're getting a taste of what you want, you're actually not sure you want it anymore. So isn't this a funny energy whenever this happens? But I'm sure people can relate. It's like you really work hard towards something, you want it, and then all of a sudden it's coming. And it's like, well, is that what I really wanted? I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't appreciate something before that I didn't have. Or maybe when I didn't have something, it's all I could focus on. But now that I have it, or now that I'm receiving it, now that I'm getting it, I realize that, maybe that's not exactly what I wanted. Or maybe there are other things that I want more. I don't know. There's a bit of emotional confusion at the moment as well. It's interesting. So overall, I think things are working out. I think you've been building and working towards something that is gaining traction and that's really working out. This could be financially, career-wise. This could be working on an actual relationship or a connection with someone. It's finally picking up pace and getting to where you want it to go. But now you're stopping and thinking, okay, hang on, is that actually what I want? Is that actually emotionally fulfilling me? I have it written down on paper, it's ticking all the boxes, but okay, is it what I want? So I think that's kind of what's happening at the moment. Interesting energy around you. We've got the Five of Cups, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got the Four of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with one of those signs, or someone in your life has a prominent placement of water or fire in their chart, but doesn't necessarily have to be. It's an interesting combination. I feel like some of you are dealing with either someone who has also experienced some loss or heartbreak. This is interesting because there's one part of this person's life that they're upset about and they're worried about. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's their family, maybe it's, a close friend or family member of theirs that they're worried about, or, a child or a parent or a grandparent, something like that. On the one hand, they're worried about it. On the other hand, they have you and you're bringing them a lot of joy. And there is something to do with a move. So something could be going to the next level. Relationship could be going to the next level. They might be finding their happiness in taking things to the next level with you. So there could be some sort of, again, leveling up or, moving in together, or, even like proposal for marriage or something like that. Something of that nature. So that could be for some of you. It's a very interesting energy. Like I said, I will pull some more cards for this. For others of you, there could be something relating to a home situation that's a little bit bittersweet as well. I'm getting like with regards to moving into a new place, or maybe some renovations that need to happen, or something to do with your home environment and some kind of change related to that. It's a little bit bittersweet. Like on the one hand, you're feeling upset about something. On the other hand, it's a necessary change that is bringing you happiness. So it's like the loss of one thing, but the gain of something else. There's a bittersweetness to this sort of energy. We have a nice outcome. We have a nice outcome for the end of July. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. I think you're building something with someone, whether this is some kind of project that you're working on, in your career, or with a family member, something that you're working on. It's going to go well, and it's going to bring you two closer together. Maybe there's a family member who you really, or a friend or an associate who you really get along with when you can combine your skills and work on a project together. That's going to be very helpful, and you're both going to become closer as a result of that. For those of you who have a romantic interest, and this is, this is speaking to that, again, I'm seeing this as a very, very good energy. This is the energy of building. Someone wants to build. Maybe you both do. You want to build a future together. You want to build a home together. There's some kind of emotional fulfillment that is going to come with setting these practical goals together and achieving them. I'm also seeing continued success in career and whatever it is that you're working on. It's a happy combination. It's a happy combination of cards here. I'm going to try and get some clarification on some of these messages here. I'm seeing a bit of a break, that Ten of Swords energy, that disappointment that you experienced in the past, Cappies. I'm seeing a little bit of a break from something quite traditional. So maybe there was a marriage or a very significant relationship, or maybe there was a family member or a boss or something. There was an ending of quite a traditional situation, and this may have been to do with someone who had a lot of money as well. This person was financially quite well off. He could have been another air sign, like another Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, that you may have been dealing with, but it was a big break from that tradition. It was something that was very slow moving. It could have been a relationship or a business opportunity or partnership that was just moving a little bit too slowly, and somehow the connection fizzled out. It just wasn't meant to be. And ultimately, I feel like you had to reject someone's offer. I feel like someone came to you with a solid offer. Maybe it came a little bit too late. Maybe it wasn't right for some reason, and you had to reject that. And what's interesting is that, this is your energy, Capricorn. This is strong earth energy here. So I'm feeling that this was very, very difficult for you to part ways with, because it either was a relationship that was like really solid, and was really solid financially. Maybe again you were dealing with someone who was quite wealthy. It was like a good solid relationship, and so it was difficult for you to part from it. But for some reason you had to, like you were just emotionally done, like you weren't receiving what you needed anymore, and it was very difficult. You had to reject someone, and it was extremely difficult. And even though you were the one that had to walk away, it still took a toll on you, and it took a lot of getting over, or it took a long time to get over it. The other alternative is that it was, again, some kind of financial situation, some kind of offer to do with career finances. You had to break away from it. You had to really create your own path. And it's funny, I think a lot of you realize that it's not what you want. And even though something was very, very good on paper, but it didn't feel right to you, Cappies. It did not feel right, and you had to trust your gut instinct and you had to move away from it. But I think ultimately it means that you were able to become more independent and really manifest what you wanted in life. And it was hard because it was such a solid, strong traditional offer, or again, something really, really solid in your life. And so it was very difficult for you to break away from that and kind of start from scratch. And it took a long time for you to get back on your feet. But now you finally have, it's like there's some final key to that's either recently come or is coming, and you're going to feel like yourself again. You're going to feel whole again. And you know what? There's another offer coming in, but this time it's a better offer. It feels right emotionally. Whatever this offer was in the past, you had to say no to it. Even though it looked good on paper, it ticked all the boxes. Maybe people thought you were crazy for rejecting it. I don't know. But it didn't feel right. You had to manifest something new for yourself. You had to become independent. And I feel like maybe, there's another offer that came in that was just far better. It felt right on an emotional level. It could have been from an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could have been a Virgo, could have been a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But there's something that just felt a lot more correct and right intuitively. It was just the way you finally realized that you made the right decision here to say no to something, to reject something, even though it was very, very difficult to do. And like I said, this could be culminating in something. So maybe it's sorry, I just dropped a few cards. Let me just grab those because there's quite a few that fell there. And I'll just quickly show you what we got in a second. But the first thing I saw fall was the sun. So there's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of happiness that has come out of this new situation. I don't think you were feeling happy before. And it's interesting because, like I said, that initial energy, there was some situation which you felt you should have been happy with. And maybe, like I said, other people thought you were crazy for letting it go, but you knew you had to for your own inner peace, inner happiness. Yeah, you had to make a big, big change. There's way too many cards here, but you had to make a big, big change in order to feel happy. And it's hard. Like, big change is hard, but it was worth it. It was totally worth it. And I feel like, a situation is finally giving cause for a celebration this month in July. So like I said, it could be a relationship that is finally moving forward very strongly. It could be, like the final culmination of or the ending or the completing of a cycle where finally things are paying off. So this is great. Capricorn's had a difficult last couple of years. It's sort of a well-known kind of thing. I'm sure you guys have looked at, your horoscope and your astrology in the last couple of years, but a lot of Capricorns have been dealing with very, very tough situations and have had to go through big transformations, but I think it's been worth it for you guys. And I think you're finally starting to see the payoff. Even though you're supposed to see it for most of this year, I think it's actually finally manifesting now for a lot of Capricorns, the payoff to all their struggles. So we've got some repeating energy here with that Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, working really hard, but it finally feels good again. You finally feel motivated again, and you're confident, and you're feeling strong, and you're ready to move on to something new. I feel like many of you are launching into some kind of new project. Maybe launching your own business, maybe traveling to somewhere new, maybe moving for work, moving in with someone, moving closer to someone. There's some new project that is getting off the ground this month, and it's feeling good and you're feeling happy about it. And we've got the Hierophant here. I feel like it's going to lead to another kind of commitment. I really do, but this time it's going to feel right emotionally. Whatever past commitment was, it was not right. This one is feeling right. And you can feel it in your soul. Intuitively, you know. This Queen of Cups here, Cancer energy. This is a very, very intuitive energy. And this, you know, commitment card here, Taurus, the Hierophant, this is like getting ready to now finally take something to a committed level. You're ready to commit to something. I feel like some of you, again, there is that Seven of Cups up there. So I feel like there is still a little bit of emotional confusion. I feel like some of you are still hanging on to your independence, and that's okay. That's totally fine to do that. Just take your time. This is not a situation that needs to be rushed. It feels right and it is right. So take your time. And if you need to do something to retain some of your independence, make sure you do that, because you don't want to go into a commitment feeling like you're burdened. You still want to maintain some of this amazing independence that you've cultivated and this manifesting power that you've cultivated. I feel like you've done that on your own, and you want to maintain some of that independence, even if this means, you know, going into a business partnership, going into a romantic partnership, whether it means, you know, just having more on your plate. Make sure you retain some of your independence. Make sure you look after you. But something is definitely ascending to a higher level, and it finally feels right. It feels intuitive. It looks good on paper and it feels right as well. So that is a winning combination. I'm so glad that Capricorn, I'm so glad you've come out of that that cycle of pain. I feel like maybe you guys didn't even admit it to yourself, because, you know, Capricorns just like to get on with things. Very stoic. Let's just work hard, keep going, focusing on, you know, making money, paying those bills, doing what you need to do, focus on your responsibilities and what you need to do in life. And it's very easy to just not acknowledge the hurt and the pain that you went through, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a big, big change and the big, big ending of a cycle, but you've come out of it. You've come out of it really, really nicely, guys. Queen of Air, Queen of Swords energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like you're very decisive at the moment, and you're making extremely good decisions, and you're cutting out whatever does not serve you. You're really not hesitating. Maybe you've already done that and now you're feeling really good. Look at the beautiful energy of this card. I love this Queen of Air card in the Good Tarot deck. It's just beautiful. And with that owl there, we've got a lot of wisdom. You've gained a huge amount of wisdom with what you've gone through and what you've experienced. And I feel like in gaining more independence, you've also gained wisdom. So you've had to deal with things that maybe you didn't have to deal with before, and that's really helped you learn a lot about a lot of different things, which is really nice. But also, you're just not afraid. You don't want to put up with situations that just don't serve you or people that don't serve you, and you're not afraid to speak your mind. It's a really nice, confident energy. And again, you've got like a good alignment between your rational mind and your intuition at the moment. Things are just making sense. Look at that King of Fire. There could be a strong fire sign energy. You may have fire in your chart somewhere prominently, but you could be dealing with a Leo or another fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, someone who is very, very helpful in your life. Also, this is a strong entrepreneurship card. I feel like a lot of you are thinking about your money, your finances, where you can create new revenue streams, how to build a business. You're getting a little bit more. You're thinking outside the square a little bit. You don't want to rely as much on other people. You want to do more for yourself, and I really love that energy. And Six of Earth, balance. Don't forget about balance in your life. Make sure, again, you take some time for yourself. You're working really hard, but make sure you have some time to listen to yourself and your own needs and take a well-needed break. But ultimately, I feel like you're getting more balance in your life. Whatever situation was not balanced in the past, you're getting more balance. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. That went on for a little bit longer than what I usually do, but somehow I feel like some of you needed to hear it because there's been a lot of heavy energy with many, many Capricorns. It's been real big, life-changing, shifts in energy, in how you view yourself, in how you view your life, in what your goals are. There's been big transformation for a lot of Capricorns, and I just feel that it was a long time coming. Like the energy of this reading was a long time coming for you guys, because I feel like things have finally turned a corner. And I don't know why I'm even getting a little bit emotional about it, but I just am feeling like it took a long time to get here, but you're here. You've made it. You feel good again. I'm loving it. The world is your oyster. You've got opportunities are endless. Go out there and confidently get what you want, guys, because this is amazing energy. I feel like you're finally yourself again. So if you're not feeling like that, I really think you will soon. I think this is a month where change is going to happen, and I think there's focus on relationships as well. Look at this beautiful heart in the center of this reading. I feel like you've got a lot of love around you at the moment. You've got a lot of love. You're giving and receiving a lot of love and affection, and it's just radiating, and it's also helping you feel really, really nice this month of July. Thank you guys again for watching. If you like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all again in the next video.